Hey, welcome to the Closing Time Podcast. My name is David Mansour, and I'm a mortgage loan officer here in Peachtree City, Georgia. And the goal of my podcast is simply to give you some insight and maybe look behind the curtains in the lives of some of the people that you do business with and see who they are outside of their careers. I hope you enjoy.
Check.
Here we are. We're in Chi Chi Guatemala in Guatemala with Russell, my man Russ. We're midweek of our week here with Manos de Jesus. How's it going?
It's great. We're riding on the back of a truck, riding through Chi Chi. So,
all right, let's give him a look.
I mean,
just in case.
Yeah, let him see it.
All right, so before we get to our midweek, this is your second mission trip.
Yeah.
Second with me, at least. Second total.
Second total.
Awesome. And that's why we're BFFs.
Absolutely.
But you're here now as a married man with your bride came with you.
Yep.
All right. And first one was in El Salvador, a little bit different of a trip. I say that, I told you that it wasn't as hard. But yesterday, I must not have worked last year because I was exhausted yesterday.
I don't know if it was just the heat and the altitude or what it was, but yeah. Yesterday, we put in a lot of work.
Yeah.
We got a whole house done.
We did a whole house. We have a pretty big group with 15, 16 people, so we split. So our group did two houses. Russell and I were together building one. They had already had the foundation poured and the, what would you call those? Just the corner post, I guess. And so then we nailed all the side walls and then put on a tin roof.
Cut in a window.
Cut in a window with a chainsaw.
Yeah, cut in a window with a chainsaw.
There are no table. It's not a table saw. What's that just called? Just a circular saw.
Circular saw. No circular
saws here. They cut everything with a chainsaw, which is pretty amazing. Right on top of the concrete, and it doesn't got. I'm thinking I'm gonna see sparks. No sparks. The man, he had control of his chainsaw.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
He sure did.
You can tell they use what they have and make the most out of their resources.
They sure do. And well, I guess it's battery powered. Maybe circular saws become more available because that's probably why. Because there's not really any electricity out there, so they can't really run.
Yeah, they couldn't really run anything. So
that's
with
why
the
they're using a chainsaw.
Yeah.
So we need to get a little DeWalt sponsorship out here.
Hey, they had the DeWalt speakers out here.
They did.
Or Milwaukee.
Well, all their drills were all DeWalt battery powered. So, okay. So the young lady for our group that we built a home for actually works at the school, which was pretty awesome to be able to provide her a home.
And she actually went through the program.
And that was pretty awesome to see. So, I mean, she was a youth coming up in this community, was blessed just by being able to come and be active and learn about God and all that good stuff, and then turned around and now she's working here and got herself a house. So, and the amount of gratitude out of that lady, and hopefully I can add some photos of this house because you see how small it was.
I'll send you some video.
One room, couple bunk beds in there, and that's it, concrete floor, and I mean, she was through the moon.
And I thought it was really interesting how they did the tin roof, but they did a section of it with the plastic.
Yes.
To be able to get some light in there. Yeah, the skylight. That was really cool.
I love it. And even the way they poured it, I noticed that for drainage, like, cause I'm always looking at water. Where's water going to go?
Mm-hmm.
And that water coming off that house or porch next to it runs right to the front door and bam, takes a hard left.
Yeah, it does.
Around the building.
It does.
So, because at first I was like, man, we're lower here. I thought water's going to come right in, but they had a plan.
So this is your second time for this one.
Second time in Manos de Jesus.
Any differences? Anything different for you?
It's a lot. Well, a lot of things are a lot different, and I'll probably need to do a little more reflecting on it. I am probably a lot further in my spiritual journey, but before, my first two mission trips were, just being honest, I was against coming to another country and spreading the word of God.
Okay.
I was like, I ain't going there trying to force my religion. I'm going there to help somebody that needs a house. Like that was my
Yeah.
thing. I want to go build a house. I want to go help somebody that doesn't have this or that, and I want my labor to speak. And then, if you ask about my religion, I'm happy to tell you.
Yeah.
And then maybe that's still kind of the same, but now I'm singing and got the cross, and I'm a little more just open about it. But I'm still not to where I think I need to be coming anywhere and trying to tell them that their God is wrong. And not that that's a hard thing, that because I don't know how big Christianity is here. And we're would you consider this the mountains? We're far out where they have the Aztecian culture, and it's, they're burning, sacrificing chickens, like literally, and candles and building fires and all that.
Yeah, it's
To the
really
gods.
interesting because Catholicism is known around here. And just like we went to that church that was built on a Mayan temple, so they're doing both in the same place.
Right.
So I get what you're saying. Like how deep is it here?
Yeah.
And we know we went to a whole Mayan, what was it,
What you call it, a worshiping ground?
a worshiping ground.
Yeah. Like a big circle where they were just lighting fires, and just to kind of go back to that, I believe it's even more important in the United States. I say this so many times, is be known for what you're for.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're anywhere and loving on people, if you are the light, that sounds so philosophical to be the light, but if you are just a great person, you're just attracted to people.
Yeah.
And if you find somebody that you like, you want to be around them more, and you want to ask, what's their juice? What are they drinking in the morning? Where do they get their coffee? And then that gives you the opportunity, if you want to share about Jesus or God or whatever that is, or whichever political party. But if you're a-hole, ain't nobody care who you voted for. I don't know why I just brought it to that, but...
No, I mean, I think it speaks to, like, if you think of the spirit of these people around here, you look at the lady's house that we did yesterday and just how loving she was.
Yes.
And how accepting she was. And she even jumped in. She was helping out.
Yes.
And that was something that she needed to do, helping out to build her own house. But she said something that was really profound to me. And she said, God said she had been faithful over a few things. So now she has this.
Yeah.
I thought that was so cool.
Isn't it? Like that is probably my lesson for, if I had to put a lesson on 2026 that I think I'm supposed to be working on, and that is being a good steward with what I have, because I'm constantly wanting more, and I want to earn more and make more so that I could do this and this, and I want to be able to give to them and them. And I felt this little tug going, hey, let's what you doing with what you got?
Yeah.
How much are you giving of what you got? Whether that's time, energy, money, whatever it is.
And I really liked what you said this morning during our morning devotion, was that she was doing great with what she had.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't really need that, but it's going to make her life better.
Right. And how crazy is that to say she didn't need a house? I mean, I don't know where she was, if she was staying with family or what, but I don't know, it was just weird. I didn't feel like that, like she felt like she arrived. Like,
and it's not to say that she didn't need a roof over her head. It's nothing like that. I got what you were saying, like spiritually she was full.
Right, exactly.
She was fulfilling things spiritually.
Right.
And she was satisfied with what she had. This just took it up another level.
Exactly.
And what's that going to do for all these people that are around her going forward?
Yes.
Like, she's already spreading love. She's already spreading the love of Christ.
Yes.
How is it going to be even better now?
And that lesson she'll be able to teach others, that she was faithful and diligent, and she didn't know as a child or as a teen. I'm assuming she's probably in her 20s. I can't really tell age. In Latin American people, they all look 20.
Yeah, exactly.
Same with black people. Black don't crack, and neither does vanilla or whatever. What color? What color are Latin people? Mulatto don't crack either.
What's been the most interesting thing so far on this trip?
So, Most interesting. Trying to think how I want to answer that. I'll just say what's most enjoyable.
Okay.
And that, that first mission trip to El Salvador, I considered like Andrew's son and all those boys that went with us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I break this down in life, but they were cool kids.
Yeah,
these weren't some dorky little Bible beater kids.
Mm-mm.
These were cool kids, athletes, like track stars. Like they were the cool kids.
Yeah.
And we were sitting in that restaurant, at the end, not whatever restaurant, that wherever we had dinner at night at our Airbnb or whatever that was. And there's just Christian music on the radio.
Yeah.
And then he sang and he knew the words, and he was just like out openly and outward with his worship, and I was literally blown away with that. And I don't know if anybody else gets that. Just to see young people that have everything. Like, I've always just kind of, Christianity's been for the people that had nothing else. People, I'm gonna go, it's almost you're sad and lonely, go find Christianity or something, or God.
Mm-hmm.
And these were the cool kids. And they sang, and the music, and then we played it in the car. And so, to bring it back to answer your question, here, I just love that Andrew is sing. I didn't know he had that in him. I knew music was in the family, but I didn't know he was that good at it. Yeah. Like, not just at playing the instrument, the way he is leading that, playing it, starting it, hitting the time, picking the perfect song for the morning. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is. It's just, I think he's nailing it. And that little bit, 2 songs in the morning, is great. And then to play it at night, in the car, everywhere. I love the microphone, seeing the kids and the people sing. And
that's so cool. I'm glad you brought that.
I did not know if that would go. Sometimes people a little scared of karaoke, and people ease into it, but I do love that the music. So that's the answer. I love singing all day and playing the music and all that fun stuff. So what about you?
You brought up El Salvador, and I asked you about this before we came on this because I was bringing my wife with me. I'm just like, how hard is this trip? And you were like, dude, this is a cakewalk compared to El Salvador. And El Salvador was great. I got a lot out of that. I think that really sparked my passion for missions. This here has been different. Like, just the people, the group that we're with, like, this Herd family is fantastic, dude. Like, they're just jumping in, doing stuff, connecting with the kids. And Manos is just amazing for what they're doing in this community. That was almost an accident. But no, it's been really cool to see the interactions on this trip.
Yeah.
I don't think we had as many interactions in El Salvador. Like, it was just go do the work. We kind of hung out with the kids a little bit where we were at while we were working.
Had some interactions.
Yeah, exactly.
Mr. Boy, blonde hair, what's his name? Almost got married, right?
But no, just like, we did the house yesterday. We came back and we were all playing games with the kids.
Yes.
Water guns and playing soccer and all that stuff. So I think the interactions are what is the most enjoyable and most interesting to me on this trip.
Yeah. I think El Salvador was the perfect trip for me for where I was in my life, because I would not have felt good or been comfortable. Like right now, we're headed to do house visits, wellness checks, and just these are people that are part of the Manos program. Their kids come, and we're going to their house, see what their needs are, pray for them as well. But I don't think if it was a whole bunch of that, I would have been down. We physically served in El Salvador, and that's where I was. But I love this, that we physically served yesterday, today. We're going out into the community and hearing the stories and talking to them. So it's a mix. And the kids at the school to play soccer and to see them do communion, as kindergartners. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
I just took one to the chest.
This is a workout ride in the back of this truck.
Oh, where's our other truck? We're missing one.
There they go.
Oh, they're
bringing up the rear.
All right. So what do we have left on this trip? We've got 2 days of home visits. I think we're doing this tomorrow too, right?
Yeah, we're doing it tomorrow.
We get to go to the market today, which is, you know, it's just a cultural thing. I think that's more for us if we want to buy anything to take back home.
I mean, it is one of the biggest open air markets in Central America.
That's what they tell me.
Okay.
I haven't been ever. Oh, sorry. I'm sure that's good audio. Every time this bar knocks the wind out of me. But like, I brought flashcards, and you know that kid that followed us on our tour the other day, and we were walking around. It's like, you buy from me on Tuesday.
Oh, they're gonna remember you.
Yeah, oh yeah, they are. And I kept saying, hey, like his English was good, his memory was incredible. Like he knew all of our names instantly. I was like, you have to do something. Like I'm sitting there. You are too intelligent, too charismatic to just do sales.
Yeah, really. Or
and
he can do it on a larger scale.
Right.
He can do it on a larger scale.
And like build a team.
Awesome salesman.
Exactly. And that's so today I hope I do see him. And I brought him some flashcards. I'm going, I need you to learn English. I need you to learn how to, I don't know if I'm assuming because he's on the street selling during the day.
I mean, he knows some.
Oh, he knows good English.
He definitely knows some.
Because he speaks it without the accent. Like it wasn't, I say, it was an accent, but I wasn't struggling to understand that kid.
No, not at all.
Not at all. So I would just like for somebody like that to achieve something pretty awesome. Like, because he could change his whole life. Today. Oh, yeah. They sure are. So I'm going to wear a different color hat. See if they notice.
They'll notice.
I know. So I got to buy a dang flute. But that's worth it. I'm buying that flute so that he'll take my Spanish-English cards. Hopefully, if he doesn't know how to read, he can identify the words. All right. So we're going to reconvene at the end, maybe at the airport or on the bus ride back. Talk about how we close this sucker out.
Maybe later on tonight after we do the home visits.
I like it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all have a great day.
Are you having a David day?